You may be seated. It is my honor to welcome each and every one of you to the commencement ceremony for the Governor Mifflin High School class of 2016. We have gathered here tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of each one of these students who has worked so hard to achieve this goal. In order to honor each student with equal regard, I ask that we remember that this is a solemn ceremony by making sure our cell phones are turned off and that there is as little disruption as possible to this formal occasion. Each family has waited for this moment, and it is important to honor each student with class and respect. At this time, I would like to introduce Madison Lee Seisler, Vice President of the class of 2016.
Congratulations and welcome. My name is Madison Seisler and I'm the Vice President of the class of 2016. Tonight, I am honored to greet my fellow graduates as well as our families, guardians, friends, administration, and faculty. Our futures are bright and Mifflin will not be the same without us. It's time to say goodbye to the Mifflin lifestyle of getting upset when we have to park by the church or Rite Aid, smelling burnt popcorn in lunch and study hall, and arguing over which is better, Kumru or Brecknock, even though we all knew Brecknock was better. With all the goodbyes we have to make, we have the memories that will stay with us forever. We remember the girls winning Powder Puff both years, and our senior parade the first day of school. Even though it wasn't really organized, it still turned out to be a fun time together. We take all the lessons, big and small, that we learned from our experiences at Mifflin and will use them daily. Even though we will be free from high school once we leave this ceremony, we cannot forget who made it all possible. So thank you to all of our teachers, administration, family, friends, and any other special people who have helped us. I wish all of you a life filled with success, happiness, and good health. Thank you.
I'd like to ask that you now please rise for the performing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets red guns bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We are a district of 6 schools, each teaching us a new lesson, but all have instilled in us one key trait: pride. Since Governor Mifflin's inception, each class has contributed some token of appreciation to the school or surrounding community. The class of 2016 would like to follow suit.
As a symbol of our school pride, we have overseen the purchasing of banners to be displayed on light poles outside of the district's school buildings and the Education Center. A few of the same banisters were purchased last year using the proceeds from Celebrate My Drive and are currently hanging in front of the high school. Drawing inspiration from the original banners, we anticipate that displaying them outside the school buildings and Education Center and will serve a token of unification of Mustang Nation.
In turn, these banners will hopefully become permanent fixtures of the school grounds and further serve to solidify the district's brand and unite the community under the premise and principles of Mustang Nation. Whether you're 1,000 miles away or right here serving the community, Governor Mifflin is your home and Mustang Nation is your pride.
On behalf of the Governor Mifflin Board of School Directors, it is my honor and privilege to accept the gift from the members of the class of 2016. I'm thrilled to see that this class continues to strengthen our Mustang Nation. By providing each school one of these spirited banners, we continue to promote the ideals of student-led Mustang Nation initiative, that we are one district, united in spirit. Whether a current student or alumni, a staff member, a parent, or a community member, these banners will hang at the symbol of the common bond we share as a member of the greater Governor Mifflin community. They will welcome all who visit our campus and provide a daily reminder of the pride we take in educating students and standing as a community center. Class of 2016, I hope you carry this sense of pride with you as you move on in the next phase of your life. Be proud of where you came from. Be grateful to the teachers and staff members who made an impact on your life and helped propel you forward. Be confident in the education received in our classrooms and believe in your own abilities to work hard and to achieve your goals. Remember, you have the entire Mustang Nation behind you. Congratulations to each of you. Thank you.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the graduation of the Governor Mifflin class of 2016. Danny, Paul, and I would like to thank everyone for coming out and supporting this class in all it has accomplished in the past, is currently pursuing, and will achieve in the future with the help of a concept called Mustang Nation. Mustang Nation, coined by Wyatt Beringer 2 years ago, has become our identity. Simply put, Mustang Nation is unity, spirit, and tradition throughout the Mifflin schools and community. Although it is a fairly new term, the concept has been with us all along. Everything up to this point is in our past, except Mustang Nation. It is a seam that weaves us all together. We are the Mifflin community. We have been Mustang Nation before there was even a name for it. What we have prepared, or not prepared in some cases, in high school, will determine where we go from here. Some to college, some to technical school or the military, others into the workforce, or maybe just our parents' basements. Either way, I hope we all get what we want in life. I hope we all spread the values of Mustang Nation to the people with whom we form relationships and share them with the children we raise. I have made amazing friends and learned so much. I may not remember the first day of first grade, but I have the pictures. I had no idea what to expect, just like many of us now. We have made our college choices or applied for certain positions, but still have no idea what the future holds. That first day of school in 2004, my mom handed me a lunchbox, walked me down to the bus, and told me to have a good day. Now I go by that bus stop daily, but I'm the one driving. I was so nervous that day, not knowing what to expect. Similar to today and the future ahead. Being young and naive was so easy, but now we have the meat of our lives to live. Little did I know the amount of schooling and struggle it would take to be speaking on this stage today. You can imagine my surprise when our newly titled principal, Mrs. Hess, called Danny, Paul, and me into her office. Everyone should be very proud of themselves and celebrate today. We're older now, more mature, more hardened. We've grown up in a difficult yet amazing world. In 2003, when most of us were entering kindergarten in either Coomer or Brecknock, President Bush was announcing a war against Iraq. As kids, we didn't realize what was going on in the world. We were too busy taking naps and eating animal crackers with milk or hatching monarch butterflies. Although not formally named yet, Mustang Nation shone in our eyes as we first walked single file down the hall. Later, in 2007, the first generation iPhone was released. We could never have imagined how influential phones would become in our days. Our communication in the intermediate school was spreading the latest gossip through notes under our desks, hoping not to get caught by a teacher. Not realizing the scope of the world, we maneuvered the awkward years of middle school dances and soggy hall passes. Mustang Nation existed before we did and will continue after we leave. Today is the day I was born exactly 18 years ago. Symbolically, we all become adults by receiving our high school diplomas. But legally, Max Speck, Ruben Rogozin, and I become adults on this day. Let's celebrate what we've accomplished and where we've come from. Every single one of us has changed since we entered Mustang Nation. If little me on the first day of kindergarten were to look at me now, I doubt that she would recognize me. Sure, I have the same dark, straight hair, but during these past 12 years, we've all changed a lot. Mustang Nation has provided us with the traits of pride, wisdom, and fond memories to shape this world. Today is June 1st of 2016. We'll always look back on this state with a smile.
The word graduate means to take a step, and today we celebrate the completion of our high school step. It has been a unique journey, from the first step that each of us took in that building on Waverly Street to the steps we take today after receiving our diploma. We have witnessed the birth of a nation, Mustang Nation that is. Aside from the school spirit aspect, Mustang Nation is a symbol of something we all have in common. We may have different abilities and interests, but we are all part of the same community. Many important events have occurred that have brought us together as a school and as a community. A meaningful one for me personally was discovering Mrs. Amy Hatley's diagnosis of esophageal cancer last year. In spite of the news, she remains resilient. I was impressed and proud of how our community joined together to support her with demonstrations such as the Lift Up, which was dedicated to her and her recovery. We continue to wish her the best, and we admire her for her strength and for everything she has done for our school district. Throughout my time in Governor Mifflin High School, I've met people who will have a lasting impact on who I am as a person. I've had the pleasure of knowing incredible and talented students in not only our class, but in the class ahead of us as well as the class following us. I have also had the privilege of learning from and with insightful faculty throughout my 4 years. I'm sure most of you have a teacher or two in mind who has resonated with you and made school at the least bearable. For me, I would have to give credit to Dr. Robert McCarthy. Dr. McCarthy, you are the archetype of a stern yet goofy physics teacher, and the past 2 years I've had with you have been a real pleasure. I have also participated in sports and activities that have taught me lessons that math class could not, and they have helped me build friendships beyond the usual, hey, does anyone have pictures of the homework? Not that that ever happened. Sorry, Mrs. Hess. Many of you have also been involved in sports and have done quite well. This year alone, we've had girls basketball make it to district finals, girls soccer win counties, boys and girls volleyball win counties, baseball win counties, and now are off to compete in districts. Girls cross country win counties, and girls bowling win counties. I might also be adding a bit of bias by mentioning this, but I would like to say that our Governor Mifflin chess team has won its first county championship since 1986 this year. No big deal. Furthermore, just this spring, our theater department's production of the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee was a very rousing performance, and I would like to commend them for their efforts to keep it PG, even though it wasn't. I would also like to recognize the students who go to BCTC for classes. These students often get overlooked for going to VOTech, but this country is in dire need of skilled workers, and Jalissa and I, having taken a course through BCTC ourselves, realize the recognition that they deserve. Overall, I believe a round of applause is deserved for everything extracurricular that we've all accomplished. Lastly, I would like to take a moment to mourn the losses of several teachers, because they're retiring. To them, I say thank you for your service to our community. I would also like to give special mention to Mr. Rick Wolf, our assistant superintendent, who is retiring this year as well. He has dedicated a remarkable amount of time and service for the school district, and all without looking a day over 40. Governor Mifflin thanks you, Mr. Wolf, and I think it's safe to say that we did embrace the challenge. Together as a class, we've been through a lot up to this point. It has been our convictions and our passions that have driven us to this day of graduation. Together, these make up Mustang Nation, and these are what make us better than that Wilson School District that nobody likes. Let us all keep moving forward and chase our dreams with the same qualities that make us who we are.
And now, as we prepare to venture into this world, we must remember that these years are only the beginning. Some of us will choose to go to college, others will go to a technical school or use their skills in the workforce right away. Some of us will stay in Pennsylvania, and others will travel far, to California and beyond. We all have plans. The world is our oyster, and we hold the fate of this planet in our hands. Let's make our Mustang Nation proud. We will be doctors and artists and teachers, musicians and engineers and societal contributors. We are the new working generation. We are the ones with not only the ideas, the inventions, but with the power to bring them to life. We can save the world. Today, we enter into a new age, one that will cross the bridge between science and science fiction. It is said that the person who will live 1,000 years has already been born. This is the best time to be alive. And as we journey into this new age, we must remember to keep an open mind, to learn all we can from the situations that life presents to us. A mistake is a mistake only if we refuse to learn from it. We must allow ourselves to grow. And I know from experience that it can be hard to admit that we messed up. But no matter how good we are at juggling, eventually we'll let a ball drop. No one can balance everything. I've tried and failed more times than I can count to keep all of the balls in the air. And sometimes it feels like we're juggling chainsaws blindfolded in molasses. But we need to persevere. Because in the end, it matters that we learn from our mistakes. We've all made it this far, and our journey certainly had its challenges. Let's take a moment to pat ourselves on the back. We've overcome many obstacles, and we all finished our grad projects through much prodding from our homeroom teachers. We've overcome many obstacles, and we've overcome many We are a nation of doers, of leaders, of proud, strong Mustangs, ready to get out there and do our best in the world. Even now, as we prepare to travel down our separate paths, there is one spirit that connects us all. We may come back in 5, 10 years and not even recognize each other, but we all have that one thing in common. We are all Mustang Nation. As we walk along this stage today, we leave behind us a legacy, a whole nation of Mustangs that will follow in our hoofsteps, if you will. We, graduating students, teachers, and administrators, make way for a new generation to build on our foundation, as we built on the foundation left to us. Generation by generation, we build up our great nation. There is a new class of seniors galloping up behind us, new teachers and administrators with great shoes to fill. And I know, we know, that they have the spirit of our nation inside them. We do have a surprise for you all. He's the representation of our great nation as we stampede into the future. Everybody, give it up for the Mustang! Congratulations, class of 2016!
I'd like to welcome all concert choir members to come forth.
Don't let the light that you've given me die. graduates please stand for the performance of the alma mater?
You may be seated. Good evening. My name is Michael Kurtz, military history teacher, social studies department chairperson of the Governor Mifflin School District. It is my privilege as an individual and honor as an American to recognize these members of the class of 2016 who have decided, despite sacrifices and danger, to serve their country in the United States Armed Forces. When I announce your name and branch of service, please stand to be recognized. Please hold your applause until we are finished. Dominique Villesio, National Guard. Logan Lang, United States Air Force. Christopher Singh, United States Air Force. Drew Bixler, United States Air Force Reserve. Kyle Love, United States Army. Michael Torres, United States Army. Cameron Dotter, United States Coast Guard. Adam Houghton, United States Marine Corps. Kyle Daltrick, United States Navy. Danielle Haas, United States Navy. Francis Underwood, United States Navy. Finally, before we recognize these future members of the military, we would appreciate if all past and present veterans of the military stand. Let's recognize these folks for defending us and allowing us for this graduation ceremony.
Class of 2016, it is an honor and a privilege to stand before you. As a school district community, there is no greater celebration or ceremony that we have to recognize the collective energy and work that has been given to prepare you to commence forward. Please, in all the pomp and circumstance of today and the days ahead in celebration, please be sure to pause in reflection to think about the tremendous growth and development you have experienced since entering school in August of 2003. and all the people in this community, many of whom are here tonight, who have played a critical role in helping and protecting you. Class of 2016, now we need you to help us. As I have learned from faculty, staff, and parents, as a collective class, you are helpful. We know that whatever vocational path you choose, the success you experience will be based on how helpful your vocation is in fulfilling the needs of others. However, I ask you to not stop with just a vocational pursuit. We need your help as an active citizen. Yesterday, I observed a student wearing a t-shirt that said, "In order for democracy to work, you have to participate in it." This means so much more than just showing up to the polls in November, although that would be a good start. How are you helping your community through your actions? Actions that may include continually improving your knowledge and skill set to be gainfully employed, or being an active volunteer and contributor in your neighborhood community or local service organization. How are you helping with your words? Are you making the cowardly choice of contributing words of hate and criticism that do nothing but perpetuate conflict, hopelessness, and anger? Or are you choosing to be courageous by providing words that only seek to help others be better and to construct new knowledge and new thinking? Class of 2016, we need your help. Generationally speaking, you are part of what's called the millennial generation. You are a generation known with unique characteristics that reflect the times in which you were born and in which you live. However, according to the work of Neil Howe and William Strauss, there are 4 cycles of generations that repeatedly cycle their way through our nation's history. As millennials, your cycle is compared to the GI generation of World War II. Or more specifically, according to Howe and Strauss, you are the hero generation. A generation of civic-minded people. You are focused on how to clean things up and work to find consensus in a divisive, unraveling culture. You are geared toward rebuilding institutions, and you value optimism and hard work. Class of 2016, we need your help. You are this nation's next generation of heroes. Last night we celebrated in baccalaureate the theme of courage, a most fitting theme for this class as part of this larger hero generation. In childhood, you have been protected and helped. It is now time for you to commence forward and provide the critical help our local, regional, national, and international communities need. Class of 2016, we need your help. Be helpful. Class of 2016, we need your courage. Be courageous. And class of 2016, we need your heroics. Be heroic. On behalf of the entire Governor Mifflin School District community, I congratulate you and wish you all the very best as you move forward in what will be a rich, healthy, and productive life. is now my privilege to begin the presentation of diplomas. Yeah, everybody's clapping for that, right? Again, I would ask that we hold our applause so every family can hear the name of their child being announced. The first diploma for Governor Mifflin graduate number 18,132 will be presented to your class president, Vaughn Eric Golden. The next diploma will be presented to your class vice president, Madison Lee Seisler.
I'd now like to call forward Paul Alexandra Andoni.
Sally Ann Gable. Fatima Odebisi. Danielle Jane Vidalingam. Jalissa Teresa Brown.
Deschanel Paris Mercado.
Paige Kathleen Adams.
Corey M. Akampora.
Talia Raquel Armstrong.
Matthew Otenil Acosta.
Ashley Marie All.
Justin Ray Adams.
Abigail Lynn Avila.
John Amoroso.
Julia C. Bachman.
Pavneet Singh Anand.
Jillian A. Badgley.
Nicholas Paul Apgar.
Julia Constance Barbin.
Alan Joseph Arntz.
Deanna Liz Marie Batista.
Nathan A. Arnst.
Darian Elizabeth Beeman.
Brandon James Ash.
Natalie Ann Belinsky.
Nicholas Allen Ash.
Cameron Rose Blanchard.
Callum Charles Smith.
Sophia Louise Campbell.
Drew Allen Bixler.
Allie Corinne Blessing.
Tyler James Blaker.
Rachel Catherine Brady.
Hunter Patterson Bortz.
Anya Faith Brooks.
Nicholas Ethan Bowers.
Leslie Casanas.
Cody K. Bowman.
Barbara Jean Chambers.
Seth Ryan Boylan.
Ariana Nicole Chaprinsky.
Ryan Matthew Brett.
Melody A. Coughlin.
Ethan Tyler Brown.
Laura S. Conde Puello.
Julian K. Buchanan.
Elizabeth Marie Cruz.
Theodore James Sebular.
Sarah Elizabeth Rose Degg.
Moses Cologne Jr.
Dominique Lee D'Alessio.
Logan Joseph Cormier.
Kayla Lillian Davies.
Jacob A. Creeley.
Brenna Nicole DeLucia.
Kyle Paul Daughtry.
Olivia Ann Dennis.
Jonathan Edward Davis.
Sky Hannah DiPasquale.
Brian Scott Ditzler.
Brianna Mary DePaul.
Dylan Alexander Doan.
Siley Chaitanya Doshi.
Cameron Dennis Dodderer.
Victoria Maria Duran Coronado.
Andrew Connor Doherty.
Chloe Elizabeth Farmer.
Hunter Dunkelberger.
Jaden Ashley Fontanez.
Nathan Thomas Ernst.
Alexandra Beth Freeman.
Cyril Alexis Estevez.
Danielle Lee Freeman.
Tyler Cole Fagley.
Kayla Evelise Freites.
Ty Justin Fenskermacher.
Zoe Elizabeth Galvin.
Ray Wilson Forbes.
Caitlin Ann Gatchell.
Nicholas Anthony Francone.
Cassidy Brooke Giandomenico.
Jared Robert Frederick.
Christina Nicole Gockley.
Alexis Anthony Frutos.
Alex Ann Goshert.
Lucas Paul Garner.
Jolie Ray Griffith.
Tucker Kane Garner.
Emily Sue Groscup.
Maximilian Kyle Garrison.
Danielle A. Hawes.
Ethan Matthew George.
Amanda Elizabeth Hafer.
Tyler J. Getrost.
Samantha Ann Hagee.
Richard J. Gosher.
Nicole Halalakos.
Christopher Michael Guido.
Khadijah S. Hatch.
Casey J. Haig.
Leilani Delight Hawk.
Ethan Michael Hawes.
Danielle Catherine Heath.
Daniel Lee Haig.
Talia Ann Heinley.
Ryan Alexander Haig.
Kylie Amanda Herman.
Dylan S. Haar.
Audrey Ursula Hill.
Seth Robert Henry.
Kirsten Lynn Himmelberger.
Fernando Hernandez.
Hannah Julia Hudson.
Ramon Luis Hernandez III.
Stephanie Marie Izquierdo.
William Cale Herman.
Alexis Jade Jackson.
Francis Robert Cardinal III.
Casey M. Jacobs.
Kevin John Hessler Jr.
Emily Rose Jansen.
Jihan Nathan Hong.
Gianna Lynn Johnson.
Aaron Winfield Hopkins.
Mary Gabriella Johnson.
Adam Tyler Houghton.
Madeline C. Casapitas.
Evan J. Eibach.
Alexis Sage Klein.
Corey L. Jacobs.
Kara D. Knappenberger.
Tyler Edward Johnson.
Brooke Elizabeth Cook.
Josh Allen Kendall.
Madison Elizabeth Kaler.
Benjamin Michael Klein.
Heidi Ann Kraft.
Chad Allen Kleinsmith.
Jamie Alyssa Kraft.
Earl Cockle IV.
Sarah Elizabeth Krachewski.
Matthew Andrew Kaburski.
China Chanel Lane.
Logan Michael Lang.
Angelica M. Lanos.
Nathan Stewart Lease.
Victoria Grace Manwiller.
Chad Samuel Lebengood.
Melissa Kathleen Martin.
Nicholas Mitchell Lehman.
Kelly Elizabeth Moyer.
Brad Michael Lewis.
Samantha R. McIntyre.
Michael R. Lippick.
April Marie McMasters.
Dylan J. Laveau.
Anave Therese McNeil.
Kyle Michael Love.
Sierra I. Melendez.
Timothy I. Maga.
Taylor Ann Mervine.
Riley Joseph Mangan.
Ariana Miley.
Matthew C. McClintock.
Jade Lynn Miller.
Brian Joshua Medina.
Autumn Lynn Millisock.
Vincent A. Metzger.
Emily Willow Molesky.
McLean Stephen Miller.
Amanda Ashley Morris.
Nathan E. Miller.
Nicole Ann Moyer.
Luke Timothy Myers.
Addison Margot Muma.
Anthony G. Muniz.
Holly Jane Muth.
Sean David Musser.
Brooke Elizabeth Myers.
Antonio L. Staufa.
Ariel Rose Nefok.
Zachary Robert Noggle.
Amber J. Ortlip.
Miles J. Nasuno.
Jessica Lee Page.
Nikolai L. Opelko.
Jalen Marie Paredes.
Elicio Elias Ortiz.
Tierra A. Pineda.
Aram Jeffrey Packarduni III.
Rachel Marie Plank.
Ashish Patel.
Morgan Nicole Reber.
Stephen Wayne Pienta.
Marley May Reedy.
Mohammed Kassam.
Imani Lolis Revere.
James Bryson Rapp.
Chu Kim Siok.
Hunter Brady Reeser.
Natalie Ann Riviera.
Timothy Jordan Rhodes.
Chanel Anne-Marie Robs.
Jan Paul Rodriguez Solis.
Lydia Anastasia Ruiz.
Ruben Alexander Ragozin.
Ashley Margaret Russell.
Jacob E. Ruas.
Laura May Sadowski.
Renato Arthur Sanabria.
Sierra Lynn Saladay.
Daniel Christopher Saporito.
Elisa I. Santiago.
Zachary Robert Sheets.
Samantha Siloe Shalamowitz.
Jason L. Schmale.
Melanie Ann Scholl.
Tanner Michael Schnabel.
Emily D. Seaman Brennan.
Justin M. Schweitzer.
Bianca Marie Short.
Drew Thomas Snyder.
Brittany Michelle Sire.
Tyler Allen Schweitzer.
Tessa Lee Simmons.
Nathaniel Joseph Skrepsey.
Sierra M. Smith.
Christopher James Sang.
Kira Lynn Snyder.
Devin E. Smith.
Anne Marie Spatz.
Zachary Ryan Smith.
Nicole Michelle Stambaugh.
Nicholas Q. Snyder.
Blaze Autumn Stauffer.
Elijah Sochak Lewis.
Margot Marie Stebbins.
Blake D. Spatz.
Mary Elizabeth Irene Stone.
Max C. Speck.
Victoria H. Stubener.
Blake Evan Strickler.
Madison Ann Saplee.
Austin Ryan Stubner.
Jalen Marie Swisher.
Joshua Hunter Swigert.
Emma Catherine Tice.
John Michael Tannhauser, Jr.
Brianna Bryn Torres.
Ethan Michael Tavares.
Nicole Ashley Ann Trauger.
Joseph Daniel Tison.
Olivia Velia Lombardi Tucci.
Christopher V. Ty.
Sarah Rose Zarowski.
Quinn Anthony Thornton.
Amber Rose Urkuski.
Michael Omar Torres Rodriguez.
Nicole Ann Vasta.
Emmett T. Trostel.
Dare Marie Vega Alvarado.
Francis Christopher Underwood.
Eliza Lexis Vera.
Ralph John Voigt.
Laura Sophia Villeneuve.
Jonathan Ross Weaver.
Emerald Ann Wall.
Jared Andrew Werner.
Stephanie Lynn Walker.
Zachary Scott Wyrick.
Donna Jean Weaver.
Devin Kier Yaus.
Rebecca Denise Weaver. Annalise Elizabeth Welch. Monique White. Emily Caitlin Wolf. Emily Ann Yanuskavage. Hannah Ruth Yarrows. Sienna Rose Zittle.
Stand? Do you want to have them stand? Do they stand?
They know.
Okay. All right. Members of the class of 2016, it is. I thought you said they knew. It is now my privilege to exercise the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Governor Mifflin Board of School Directors to declare each of you a graduate of the Governor Mifflin High School. Congratulations.
You may now be seated. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, students, parents, siblings, relatives who were able to make it here on time, teachers, relatives who are viewing the live stream, to administrators, and to members of the community. It is with the most heartfelt sincerity that I say thank you for your attendance, not only now, but during all the years of your contribution to our success. As I make my remarks, I ask you to remember that every detail on which I'm about to speak would not be possible without each and every one of you. My name is Vaughn Golden, and I'm as honored to speak here with you this evening as I am unqualified. In fact, virtually 42% of what I'm about to say is equivalent to gibberish. However, take off your hats, as you are clearly good at doing. Cover your shoulders, bring a towel, and let's get going. So, I'd like to take a second to recognize the perplexing nature of this very body of people which lies in front of me. Within the last 13 years of our being together in this school, I can't remember a single time where all of us were able to gather in such a fashion. While it might seem like something right out of the Breakfast Club, the importance of this gathering of minds holds a far greater value. For it is here, in this very moment, these mere few hours in the history of our lifetimes, where we can finally, past all the robes, the music, and the glamour of this moment, see a cross-section of a generation. A generation that grew up in the shadow of the events of 9/11 and saw America plunge itself into foreign conflicts. A generation that has heard a resounding transition in musical style from Biggie to Chesney. A generation that has seen further into space than any before. A generation that holds a formidable love of technology, but can live without it. A generation that, just as every other generation prior, holds a greater ability to impact the lives of others. A generation of fools. Now, before I start to exceed the 42% limit on gibberish, just let me explain. So, at the turn of every great generation, there lies a permeating mentality to serve not the rising of the individual, but the betterment of a societal cause. It is this greater fool who buys long and sells short, who has the optimal blend of confidence, self-delusion, and skill to believe that he or she can succeed where many others have failed. This entire country was founded, maintained, and grown by the hands of the greater fool. So, while the rest of the world may look at us as fools who waste time, energy, and every other prospect of value, we know that in the end, it is for the needs of the many that we make these sacrifices. Former President George W. Bush once spoke under the notion that the commitment of our fathers is now the calling of our time. Our time, our time, our time is now. It is completely within each and every one of us to walk out of the doors of this arena with a new start in life. For what we've done and accomplished over these years at Governor Mifflin can no longer hold us back, but can only serve us to become the fools for which this country and this world desperately needs. Once you leave those doors, look over that pagoda skyline, and I ask you, remember your roots, but look past those hills, for there's a world out there that is waiting for us to be the voice of reason, to steward peace, and to love one another. Just like those beautiful dreamers of the past, we will unequivocally mold the world for a better future. And in time, many years from today, a generation will look back at us and realize we were able to perpetuate this change because we thought differently, because we were a generation of fools. My fellow graduates, I know not where the future will take us. There are no promises on the path ahead. However, I can say with absolute certainty that our time here has been a pleasure, and I will never forget it. Thank you.